gives me that service adaptive cruise, and it still says start your car to begin.
Yeah, so something's whacked. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm on my way to my friend's house at the moment. We're going to be installing an autopilot system on his 2017 Chevy Bolt. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of wiring, a lot of work, and a lot of fun. Hopefully we don't die on the test drive, so we'll see you there. Here's my buddy Luke. So, want to tell us a little bit about the car?
Yeah, it's a 2017 Bolt. The important requirements for being able to install this OpenPilot system that we're working on is adaptive cruise control with the radar. It's the big one, and it has lane keep assist too, so that it allows. There's a steering motor really, so it can keep you within your lane. So it's pretty standard. It's a pretty loaded model. It was 2017 is actually a really sought after model, I found out, to be putting this OpenPilot system on it. Just because the adaptive cruise on it, I guess, works really well. So we're gonna rip into it and see what we can do.
All right, so kind of show you guys what we're up against and what we have going on back here.
So this is the actual device that's gonna be reading. This comes from Comma.ai. See the logo there? And what it is, it's basically just a phone with a 3D printed frame with an extra like fan and stuff like that.
Help with cooling and stuff.
Yeah, help with cooling. And then you install their open source software on it, since they can't ship with it. They run into legal issues when they do that. It comes with a GoPro mount and charger and different things like that. The other thing I got from Comma.ai is the Panda, which is what plugs into your OBD2 reader. I got the GPS model, so it comes with everything you need to set that up to and mount the GPS antenna on the windshield.
Nice.
And then last of all, since there's a whole thing with the GM giraffes right now, and they're like impossible to find, you can't really get them. I had to find a wiring harness. I bought this online from a guy, real nice guy, worked with me here, and shipped this, changed it out, and give me an extra OBD2 reader, along with wiring to work in the back of the car here with the giraffe to get that, so that we can override the system. So hopefully it shouldn't be too complicated, and we'll find out, I guess.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started.
So the first thing we're gonna do here is pull out this F19 fuse. It's what powers the adaptive cruise. So we gotta pull that out, pull the power off the system, and then that'll allow us to get into mess with the stuff here a little bit. So we'll just gently try not to break it.
Hey, that was easy. Look at that.
Yeah. So that's out, and now we can dive into the side here and get working on the giraffe and get that wired up so that the adaptive cruise will respond to the system.
Cool.
So what we did is pulled off all the panels we're gonna need. Pulled off this back panel from here and the cover for this, and then just popped these panels off just enough to get in behind. And it might be a little hard to video them, but we connected this in on the top port of the giraffe, and we put the other end back in. So the wiring harness is still complete, but we just added this little section right there, plugged it in down here, and then up in on the top there, plugged it in. So just connected it, and then we have this white wire that will run all the way up front, and that's what it will tie in with the OBD2 reader and the other part of the wiring harness up in the front. So we got this wire ran up through everything. It's pretty simple. Just pulled the headliner down. It comes down pretty easy. Ran it up down through here. Still have this panel open because we're gonna have to run some stuff from the dashboard down into here. And now it's time for us to start digging into down here and adding this little piece, which will replace this, and also will tie into the OBD2 reader and provide us an extra one to keep using one. So So after probably 15 minutes of struggling here, getting this out with screwdrivers and everything, we ended up just busting out the channel locks. And working with screwdrivers and channel locks, you have to work it out real slow because you can snap the two pieces apart, and you can see we scuffed up the plastic a little bit, unfortunately. But it's out now, and we can put this new one in. Like they said, just took some patience and just wiggling her out, really, and then some brute force at the end with the channel locks. But it's out now.
It's out.
And nothing broke, so we're good.
Hopefully we can fix those scuffs, but yeah.
Got this part out and slid the new one in, and ran the wires down through, dropped them out, plugged the OBD2 reader into the OBD2 port. All right, so what we have to do here is pull out a fuse and put in one that was included on the harness. It's for a charger or something that these cars don't have. So it's F36 that you're pulling out. It's directly under this R1, which I actually looking at, I don't even have an R1, so I can show which one it is here that we're gonna pull out. What we're pulling out is this 5 amp right at the top up there. You can kind of see it that underneath that blank spot. That's the one we're gonna be pulling and replacing. So now we're left with this one for the Panda, which is here, and one so we still have an open OBD2 reader as well. So next we're gonna see, I think, try and pull this panel off so we can keep everything up and hidden as well as possible, with the Panda here being plugged in. So that's our next step.
All right, so we kind of just ran the Panda wire up behind here, the OBD2 thing, and plugged the actual Panda OBD2 port into the Panda port, right?
Yeah, into the extension from it, yeah.
And we plugged the USB and this other GPS unit into there, and now we're wiring this all the way up, and it's supposed to go up there, right, sir?
Up on the dash. We'll get it all mounted up there, so.
Cool. Now we got to put this panel back on and kind of start assembling everything back together, sort of.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we ran into a little bit of an issue. You want to describe and show what's going on, actually?
So the Eon, which is the phone, when we connect it in and turn the car on, it recognizes that it's connected to the Panda, but it still says the car needs to be turned on. So we're not sure what to do. We're wondering if it's a bad Panda or something, because it knows it's connected to it. It's just for some reason not transferring the info that we need it to. Okay. Then if I turn the car on, it
let's do that and show.
Gives me that service adaptive cruise. And it still says start your car to begin.
Yeah, so something's whacked.
Something's off.
Well, we will update you guys on whatever happens next.
Right now we're installing the open source software on here. I run into some issues earlier. Hopefully having the correct software will help. We'll see. We'll try flashing the Panda again here too. Make sure everything's shut off and give it plenty of time to turn off before we turn it back on again. So we'll see. We have a few things to try here. So it's just loading right now, and hopefully we'll be in business soon.
All right, so now is our first official, I guess, test drive of it. Let's see, it's kind of calibrating. What do you think, Luke?
We'll see. Hopefully it works here.
All right, so autopilot.
Yeah.
Holy crap, it's actually driving.
It's doing it.
All right, will it connect? Is it actually doing that itself?
Yeah, it was doing it. Well, I mean, I activated it.
Okay, so it's saying that you got control of the vehicle at the moment.
I deactivated.
How did it know that?
Well, I just used the paddle
Okay.
behind to show
To let it know that you're in control. That's actually pretty cool. It's got the car in its sight.
Yeah.
so you're letting it
handle
drive.
that, yeah.
So the adaptive cruise control is working. Oh yeah, there is a dog in here. If you guys hear the
Why did we bring the
planting.
dog again? So it's set at all the 3 paces away.
Okay.
It's set at that.
Is that a normal following distance?
That's the farthest following distance. That's why it's not getting closer. But it is working because it would be going 60 if it didn't know he was there.
Yeah, that's true.
See if we can figure this out. Yeah, did that.
That's crazy how it's just like, oh, it's just steering itself. I guess we could go into town, right? Around that curve.
I actually have been wondering if it would do that one.
The good thing we know is that it does work.
So if we clean up some of these cords, we can do a little more driving.
Yeah.
You
It should be good to go. So first official test drive, success.
Yeah.
So all we had to do is update the firmware on the phone
And reflash.
and reflash the entire car,
Yeah.
and it worked. So I'll update you guys with another video if there is another video. So
We probably should not go to 70. That's
no, probably shouldn't go 70 through town, but
It does jump in 5s.
well, that's cool. So our next test we're going is, it does fine on the highway, and you guys have seen that in the first video. You know, it's kind of similar highway driving, but now it's going to be city. So we're just about ready to see which lane it picks for this.
Oh, I was going to take the left
Oh,
lane.
I was going to take the left lane.
Yeah, which makes sense because it follows the middle line if it
Yeah.
doesn't know what else to do.
So, oh, there's a cop. No, it's nothing to see here. So,
Alright, so it's back on now. We activated it.
so now it's steering itself through that curve, which was cool. You can see the steering wheel kind of moving it itself. I wish it was away. Yeah, here we go. Here's a good angle.
A second. We'll see how it handles this one. This is a little bigger curve.
Yeah, it's a pretty big curve. I'm curious.
Oh yeah, not a problem for it.
Yeah, easy peasy.
It's got its tracking it and everything.
This is actually really impressive.
No lane markings there. It found them again.
Wow. That's keeping you dead center.
Yeah, shows that our max set is 35. We're currently going 35. OpenPilot is on, and you can see my face.
That's cool. So that's pretty cool. It's got that driver like assistance, or you know, views that the driver is actually paying attention.
Paying attention and
So
looking forward.
look away for a second. I'll show you what it does. See, it kind of flashed, and look over behind us. Yeah, it's just keep eyes on the road. So
see how it handles not having a. So that was about the max it likes turning right there.
yeah, it was a little jerky around that little curve, but not.
It
too
only has
terrible.
one lane marking here
Yeah.
too now, so it's doing it entirely based off the left lane.
Yeah.
You can see it does not know where the right lane is. I'll have to take over again up here when it winds out. But
So right now it's keeping us dead center here. Oh, now we got to take over because of the red light. It does not do red lights. So it's not completely autonomous, but it does add some autonomous, if I'm saying that right, autonomous features
yeah.
To your car. So far from what we've seen, it's a very good product so far. Definitely has its bugs, definitely in its early stages, but for what it is, I don't think you
for
can.
being limited by the car. I mean, that's really the limiting factor is the car.
Yeah.
And actually, look at that. It had our lane through the.
Oh, it does have its lane right through the. You can't really see that on here because the sun is so bright, but it was predicting the curve up ahead already.
Through
a truck, which was cool. All right, so now he's going to activate it again.
So we get up to what is it? I forget what it is.
It's 18 miles an
fast
hour.
enough,
So it's 18 miles an hour. I think is the minimum activation for this system.
Pump it up to 55.
So let me get back to this camera angle to kind of see. This is kind of a straight road, but this will give you a pretty good interpretation. This is kind of a narrow road.
Yeah, it really is a narrow road.
It's probably one of the narrowest roads you'll probably ever see with the system. So right now, it's doing a pretty good job of keeping us dead center with no driver interaction. So there's going to be a pretty decent sized curve up ahead.
It won't be able to do that.
But I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think he's going to have to take over.
That one's a really sharp one, so.
Yeah, that is sharp. That's definitely a hairpin. Let's try it. Let's go. Let's send it. Let's send it.
No hands.
Come on, let's send it. No hands, man. No, just kidding. We're not going to do that. So, all right.
Here's the question, though. As a passenger, do you feel safe?
Yeah, you know what? I don't.
Control?
I don't. Oops, I zoomed in. Yeah, it definitely would have yeeted us off into that house probably. But you know, as a passenger, yeah, I feel pretty safe. At least in the highways and these roads. I'd love to see stop and go traffic because,
yeah,
you know, we haven't really got into stop and go too far yet. But I'm assuming because this car already had a pretty good adaptive cruise control system that it ain't going to be a problem. But yeah, so far I feel pretty safe. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see any major issues with this. It's definitely something I would not rely on. It's definitely nice as a driver assistance. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, well, it's definitely not for any complete autonomous driving, you know, where I'm sitting in the passenger seat and letting the car drive itself.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, it's definitely a driver aid at this point. But
Yeah.
you can see how it could become something more.
Yeah.
And it's handling only one lane marking. And
Yeah, hopefully this focus is okay. Yeah, it's handling one lane marking really well.
which that's actually been really surprising to me.
Yeah.
I would not have expected it to do this.
The Tahoe that I have, it's pretty sketchy with not two lane markings. It'll veer off the side a little bit and kind of get into the grass. It's kind of scary.
You can see it definitely, like right now, it's definitely going to the right more, and then it's correcting back to the left because it doesn't really know where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see what it can do.
Yeah. It definitely got close to the right there for a little bit.
Yeah,
but it was, but at least corrected it. So that's pretty nice.
Fast it drops down to 35.
Looks like we're not delivering mail today, boys. It says that as we clip a mailbox. No, but
Yeah,
it's definitely getting a little close, but we're not quite delivering mail yet.
it's maintained it, but it's a little nerve-wracking.
It is a little nerve-wracking. Oh, are we in town already? Sweet.
Yeah, I dropped it down to 35, and it
All right, so we're
nicely
gonna
drops
see.
down.
Well, this is kind of a pointless curve because it's over a railroad track. But
Yeah, we're not gonna. I mean, it's one lane marking over a railroad track.
yeah, but it is a pretty rough. Holy cow! Oh, I know where we're at.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can kind of see with a little bit jittery, but keep in mind it's still one lane or one line on the road. So
Yeah, it's one line on the road. It doesn't. Not even a very nice line.
no, it is pretty faded.
So
I'll give you a kind of an idea. I mean, it's a pretty faded line of crap. So, thanks, Ohio.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike DeWine. So, yeah, can we send it off this corner up here?
We're gonna try.
Probably not.
Well, actually, probably could do it.
We're gonna try it. All right. This is a pretty. This is actually a really sharp corner.
Coming up, there's a really sharp one, but
So we're actually gonna see if
this one we'll see. This one I feel like could be. So you can see it. It's not. It's at its limit. It's. Ooh. Oh, I'm
Okay.
surprised it turned that sharp.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty impressive. I don't think it could do that at a higher speed than that.
No.
Because we were going pretty slow.
I let it.
What? All right, now I think it's time to wrap up the video.
Yep.
What do you think?
I like it. I'm impressed, actually.
Sounds good.
Glad we can get it working.
Oh, wait, we forgot one more thing.
What's that?
Price.
Oh, I forget. What was it about? It was $110 for the wiring harness, $599 for the Eon device, and what was it for the GPS enabled Panda? It was over $1,900. It's all Comma.ai's website has all the pricing.
And I'll list the prices over here
we
on the side.
We can list the pricing too.
So,
but all in, I think it was under $900. So it's an investment, but at the same time, you can see it's pretty cool.
yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, just does it.
Yeah.
It seems to work really well. So
Very impressive. Now to put the whole thing back together and
put this back together.
All right, that's a wrap for this video. Stay tuned. There's going to be definitely a lot more on this this whole system here, because there's updates coming for it. And it's going to be an interesting journey to see how this progresses. So be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell. That way you're notified as soon as I upload a video. All right, see ya.